Assalamu alaikum, friends. Hope you all are well. Today we're going to tell you the story of a girl who went to London for her higher education. But she committed some sin that caused snakes to come out of her body, the end of this girl. There was a situation till you know your soul will tremble, and to know what sin that girl committed, watch the video till the end, and subscribe our channel now by giving a like to this video. So let's know the story of that sinful girl. Dear friends, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I saw some girls hanging from trees. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam elaborated on this. These are the girls who have extramarital affairs with other men even after marriage, so it is impermissible, and knowing the details of extramarital affairs is for us. Much more important, usually in our society, talking or making friends with an outside boy, we think it's a very easy thing. But to commit sin, we start from this first thing. I'm not telling you that you should talk to a man after all. Stop it. But don't develop a relationship that will make you go to hell for billions of years. Like this girl from London, a girl from a Muslim family who goes abroad for her education. Then gradually started working there along with her higher education, although the girl's parents sent their daughter abroad for higher education with high hopes. But still they were always worried about their daughter. Then when the girl finished her higher education there, the girl starts working there. And that girl, in exchange for the job, he got a lot of money. And he also got a car from the office, after which he never wanted to return to his own country. His parents visited their daughter once or twice, and the girl also after 6 to 8 months. Sometimes her parents came to visit her parents. While the girl was living abroad, she became friends with some non-Muslims who used to study and now work with her. Then as their friendship gradually grew old, then the girl noticed they are non-Muslims. They are very close to each other, and they often travel to each other's houses. Not only travel, but sometimes spend the whole night in each other's houses. After that, the girl saw the fun and excitement of the non-Muslims, and her faith became lighter, and she also began to think, why can't I be like them, friends? When such thoughts entered the girl's mind, the girl's clothes gradually began to shrink, and gradually she completely dressed herself in a Western style. She stayed with their friends all night. Not only that, the girl gradually developed a physical relationship with a non-Muslim friend, and now she has gradually transformed into another girl. From when she came to this country a few years ago, there is a stark difference between the girl and now. She is completely different. Forgetting her religion, and gradually she began to forget her parents. It gradually sunk so deeply into the mire of sin that at last the girl's death became foreign, and she died in a state which, after knowing, you will be surprised to find out that he had illicit relations with his friends. She died in a room, and the boy who was with her was a non-Muslim, who was present with her at the time, and he was suddenly saddened by the death, after which the boy buried the girl in a corner of his own house. Meanwhile, the parents of the girl, unable to communicate with their daughter, became very worried. When they tried to inquire about the girl through Muslim friends whom her parents knew, they could not tell anything. The parents of that girl told their daughter came to this country to search. When they started searching with the help of the police, the boy was arrested. The boy told the whole story. He told where he buried the girl, and also said that he had an illicit relationship with me. While died suddenly. Then the girl's parents, after taking permission from the court, started searching for the body of their daughter. The Almighty Allah had come upon that girl, which surprised all the people. A police officer on duty, while removing the girl's body from the ground, fainted at the sight of the girl. The girl was buried completely naked by her friend, and until now, the girl remained in the same condition. No shroud, no clothes on the girl's body. Although by now the flesh of the skin of the girl's face had begun to melt away, and the inside of her head was slowly coming out. But her body was unharmed, and in the girl's head were seen many large insects, and above the girl's body usually snakes and large pythons were standing with foam. But have you noticed one thing in Muslim countries where it is said that the veil is the beauty of a Muslim? On the other hand, some non-Muslim or non-Muslim countries say that the veil can never be beautiful. Astaghfirullah, they say that women have the freedom and right to wear clothes, only they do it or their beauty is revealed more. But Islam does not allow this in any way. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The veil is a part of faith. The veil protects people from such sins, for which a person can easily go to hell. The veil hides all these sins and makes a person paradise facing, because of the veil a Muslim can never look up at anyone, be it a stranger boy or girl. But when a girl walks down the street uncovered, the boys look at her as if she were in their house, wife, and thus, if a girl walk in the street in shame, for her the boys of her house and the boys outside the house are all the same, though sometimes a man's emptiness leads to a place where people think I am now naked. Many of my friends will become friends and then they will get involved in sin and jinn in such a way that it will be impossible for them to get out of it. And what their situation is, you can understand the story of the video. The real thing is, although we know everything, we're now so far away from Islam that we've forgotten the practices that are easiest for us and are doing things that protect our freedom, but we accept that they do not protect our freedom. And so we easily go to the work of knowing every day, in one way or another, now such a time has come in the world, where if the boy and girl agree, even if they are not married, they can live together. No one has the power to stop them. Although in the Holy Quran, Allah Rabbul Alamin, who mentions severe punishments, has repeatedly said, but obeying them and there is no one. May Allah the Exalted guide us all to a simple path and protect us from the path of mischief. Ameen. Of all the people in our world, most of them will enter hellfire, and the majority of them will be women. When Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered Jannah, he saw many people enjoying the facilities of Jannah, and he saw a corner of Jannah. Some people are held back, not being allowed to enjoy any of the benefits of paradise, because they were the people in the world who had a lot of wealth, and who abused wealth to a great extent. Now, when Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came out of paradise and entered hell, then he saw that there were women in our world, that is, more women will enter hell than men. These events are often happening in our society. No fatigue, illness, worry, sorrow, harm, grief, or even the prick of a thorn afflicts a Muslim, except that Allah expiates some of his sins by it. Bukhari and Muslim. Those who are able to bear life's afflictions with patience have a great reward waiting for them with Allah. As a form of mercy, Allah made tribulations as a means for the believers' sins to be forgiven and to raise their ranks. This particular hadith gives the believers comfort, because it teaches us that whatever problem a believer faces in this world, whether physical or psychological, then there is good in it for the believer. It does not matter whether that trouble is big or small in nature, it will be a means to expiate the believer's minor sins by it. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave some explicit examples of the various types of tribulations that may harm a Muslim in this life, but it is not restricted to just them. Rather, it can include anything that causes harm to the Muslim in any way, whether physical or psychological. The important thing to remember is to be patient over it and hope for Allah's reward through it. The hadith also teaches us about the abundant mercy of Allah over the believers by forgiving their sins with even a tiny amount of affliction that causes him or her harm in some way. Be sure to give a like to the video and to get more Islamic videos regularly. Subscribe to our Islamic channel and press the bell icon next to it.